So last night, minding my own business, when all of a sudden...
Were you really?
Was kind of.
All right.
And all of a sudden, Mike Walters calls and we start talking, and we find out that Kanye West had actually, or at least our sources were telling us, that Kanye West had actually gotten Taylor Swift's approval, so we heard, before he laid down the track to that song, basically calling her a bitch, referring to her as a bitch.
The song is called Famous, which he debuted at Madison Square Garden during his big music/fashion event there.
And so here's the song. Then we'll tell you what we were told, how Taylor responded, and then how Kanye responded.
For all my Southside that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. I made that bitch famous.
Well, that's about it. Well, it caused a furor. People were really angry at Kanye, saying it was disrespectful to Taylor Swift, adding insult to injury for what happened in 2009 at the MTV Video Music Awards. So Mike calls me up, and he says, we've got some sources now that are saying that Kanye's position is he got her approval.
Right, so Kanye's position is that he called Taylor Swift several weeks before he actually put this into, into the album and actually cut it and mixed it and said, look, this is what I'm gonna do, this is the lyric, and apparently Taylor was cool with it. We were told that Taylor was like, look, I get the joke, it's funny, don't worry about it, just do it in your song.
So we put that up on the website last night, and then an hour or two later, Taylor's people fired back.
Right, they came back hard and said basically that he's a liar. Kanye West is a liar, that he never called for approval, that she thought that actually when he did call, he called just to see if Taylor would leak Famous, that song, on her social media, kind of get involved in promoting the album, which she claims in this statement we got that she declined, and then mentioned to him that something about there was a strong misogynistic message in it, and she didn't agree with that.
Right.
Well,
like,
no. It's not that. It's not the word bitch. I think what Taylor's people were saying was he did tell Taylor that about the lyric, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex, but they were insistent that he never ran by her the words, I made that bitch famous.
And you're right. The end of what she said, Harvey, was that Taylor was never made aware of the actual lyric, I made that bitch famous. So you're right, insinuating she knew some of it, but not all of it.
So, and what she knew, I feel like me and Taylor might have still have had sex. According to Taylor's rep, that was misogynistic. She never gave approval for it. She never said go ahead and do it. And she laid down the gauntlet that this was all a lie.
Now, normally when you have one celebrity who says one thing and the other says the other thing, it goes away and they both don't want to make any more of it, and it just kind of fades away.
Not so.
Not when it's Kanye West, because he blasted back at Taylor's people, saying, first thing, well, there were several things that he talked about, but he said the third thing, I called Taylor and had an hour-long convo with her about the line, and she thought it was funny and gave her blessing. So he backed up exactly what we had heard from our sources.
He backed up what we had heard, right.
So he goes on and he says, she was having dinner with one of our friends whose name I will keep out of this, and she told him, I can't be mad at Kanye because he made me famous, #facts. Now what he's saying is that those are not just lyrics to a song, those are Taylor's own words. He added the word bitch. Now the explanation for why he said bitch.
Because bitch is an endearing term in hip hop, like the N-word, he said.
So there you have it from Kanye West. He just went on and on saying this absolutely happened. So now you've got each of them saying the other is lying.
Do you think there's a chance that she did have the conversation with him, she did approve the lyrics, but it's bad for her to publicly say that she gave him the okay? And maybe that's where the issue comes in, is her fans aren't going to like that she said okay to that.
She wasn't expecting Kanye to come out, and wasn't expecting the story to come out that Kanye had actually
called her in advance.
Well, and I agree with Dax. Think about this, okay? Taylor Swift and Kanye West, she's basically confirming here they did have the conversation. Kanye said it was an hour long. Do you think at any moment in the conversation she ever said anything about a lyric being misogynistic? that never, I mean, just in general, if they were talking, she never would have said, hey, look, the word, that word, bitch. I just don't think that was, she may have said, hey, I don't like
totally
that,
see her saying
but
that.
I just don't see her saying that. Or I don't see them talking for an hour and him not mentioning, there's only one line. It's one with a comma in the middle. There's 2 phrases with 1 line. So you're telling me they talked for an hour and he sent her the single, right, to promote it. He wanted her to release it, and she had no idea what was on it. It just, some of it just doesn't add up to me now.
The part that doesn't add up to me, Mike, is what I can't hear Taylor Swift saying is sitting at dinner and saying to someone, Kanye,
I could hear her
Kanye
saying
made me
it.
famous?
See, I could hear that flippantly.
Yeah, because,
Really?
She would
Well,
never, ever,
flippantly.
ever say that, ever.
No, I feel like she would say that because in the
Me
way
too.
that she's talking to somebody, if she's trying to be cordial with them or trying to joke around about the situation, she go, Kanye made me famous. What she doesn't know is he will take that seriously as if she actually meant that for him.
Van, it's really just one step further. What she's really saying is, I won this. I mean, that's really when you say, I can't be mad at Kanye because he made me famous.
Exactly.
It's an I won that one.
I just think it's fishy that every time around the Grammys there's some drama with her. Wasn't it last year with the Apple Music that she did this whole thing and she wasn't going to put her music on Apple or whatever, and now it's this.
But she had
every
nothing to
time
do
around
with
the Grammys.
this is Kanye's song that came out.
You don't think that they didn't contrive together to get publicity for each other?
that they both.
Come on.
She wouldn't have said anything. She wouldn't have said anything, but
It's
we did
bigger,
the story.
It's bigger if she says something.
Yeah,
Remember
exactly.
They went to dinner and they've been hanging out.
And these are 2 people who hate when their brand is spoken for other than them saying it, and they'll speak out. And now this happened. I mean, I didn't think this was what she thought was going to happen, but I think that they might have talked about it.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Colorado, and I'm just saying Taylor Swift is America's sweetheart. Everybody loves her. And then you have Kanye West. Kanye West is a loudmouth, says what he wants when he wants. So, it's kind of hard here. You put those 2 in a sentence and everybody's going to take Taylor's side. Not saying it didn't happen, but crazier things have happened.
He may not have the America's Sweetheart title, but he is beloved by millions also.
He is indeed, and I think that if you did a poll right now, it might be pretty much even in terms of who's telling the truth.
Yes.
Okay, we got to move on.